She's still laughing.
That's so funny. Welcome to 5 Lemons Left. We're the real stuff, the lemons making lemonade. So pucker up, because we're going to be discussing our life's lessons and the nitty-gritty details of our spiritual journeys.
Hey y'all, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Drusilla.
I'm Melissa.
Hello, this is Morgan.
And I'm Penny. Welcome to our podcast today.
Oh, hello. And
That was better.
Yeah.
That was good.
Welcome to another episode of 5 Lemons Laughing. Thank you for joining us. In case you're new, each week we do a podcast and we dive into different spiritual subjects. We talk about our journeys and how they relate to our lives. We talk about how we apply spiritual principles. Every episode, we ask our listeners for feedback and for any questions. And we're so excited. We got 2 questions and we're going to answer them today. Yay.
Woo! Thanks, listeners.
Yes, thank you. The first one is from Maureen. And she asks, what is vibration? What do we mean by it? So today we're going to dive a little deeper into that and talk about what vibration is, how to raise our vibration, and why we should. So Drusilla is going to start us off with a little what vibration is.
All right. Thank you, Amanda. So I am going to read this directly from the Oxford Dictionary. So y'all don't think I'm making stuff up. This is real stuff. So
oh shit, Drusilla, we're making everything up, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I'm not making it up today specifically about this. Okay, so of course, there's a physics definition, but I'm going to read the one that's applicable to what the question asks about things that we talked about on the podcast. So the informal definition is a person's emotional state, the atmosphere of a place, or the associations of an object as communicated to and felt by others. Right? So it's like a certain energy that can be felt by others. It can be the energy of a person, the energy of a room, or an object. And people around it can feel the vibration of it. That's the essence of the definition.
And Penny, did you have something about the definition of vibration as well?
Well, I happened to find a quote by Albert Einstein that said, everything in life is vibration. And what he was referring to was the law of vibration. And the law states that anything that exists in our universe, whether seen or unseen, when broken down into and analyzed in its purest and most basic form, consists of pure energy or light, which resonates and exists as a vibratory frequency or pattern. So everything, we're made up of atoms. We are energetic beings. And so I think that's probably why spirituality works in vibration, because we know that however we are vibrating, where our energy is where our life goes, basically, right? And it's pretty amazing. I just happened to turn to July 25th. That's the day we're recording this in my Esther and Jerry Hicks Ask and It Is Given calendar. And if somebody would like to read this, I can't read it upside down backwards, but this is what it says for July 25th.
I'll read it.
Right.
It says, you are the creator of your own experience, whether you know that you are or not. Your life experience is unfolding in precise response to the vibration that radiates as a result of your thoughts, whether you know that it is or not.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing.
When
Yeah.
I think of vibration, my mind translates it to frequency. Like, what frequency what do I want to be on? What vibration do I want to be on? And the easiest way for me to explain it is to talk about as a radio station. So, do I want to tune into a radio station that is going to bring me down, that's full of hate, that's full of negativity, that's depressing? Or do I want to tune my radio station to happy, to exciting, to love, to
Hey, love.
joy? Hello. Yeah, right? Let's not start singing. So that's how I think about it. It's like, what radio station do I want to tune into? That's how I think about vibration. I think about it more of a frequency, the same type of cellular movement. And Melissa, I'm sorry, I saw you getting ready to talk. So
I was just going to say I'm the 80s channel.
yeah.
I'm the new wave channel.
Yeah.
That's my
I'm
channel.
the Eagles.
Yeah.
Love the 80s. Yes.
You won't find me at the country channel. Sorry,
Oh,
never will.
I love some old country.
I do love old country.
Uh-huh.
Waylon
Well,
Wilson.
country and western, right?
Yeah. We play two kinds of music, country and western. A little Blues Brothers reference for you. But anywho, back to the topic at hand. So, any other explanation of vibration? Yes, Melissa, please.
Okay, I think let's just bring it down to reality, or to what we see as reality here. And we've all heard misery loves company. That's bringing everybody's vibration down to fit yours. We all had that. Well, I think we've all had that experience where we're pissed. We go into the room and, pretty soon we're having a fight with our husband or that kind of thing. Or we're happy and joyous and we walk into a party and it feels light and happy. And we've also experienced when other people walk in to a room that we're in, and the mood changes, the feeling changes, the energy changes. So I think on a feeling level, if you just kind of think about it and feel it, I think most of us have felt that. Most of us have been reactionary and have done it ourselves. And I think, I think there's certain things we've lived with we don't realize. There's heaven and hell. Hell's black and dark and heavy and fiery, and heaven's airy and light. And I think that's just kind of symbolic of our energy, that energy, happy vibration versus horrible, heavy, intense, angry vibration. And it does have a scientific background. Our brain waves do change when we meditate and when we think positively, when we're in gratitude. Our brain waves and parts of our body change, our chemicals released in our brains. And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about taking responsibility for that and making that part of our journey, spiritual journey, so that we feel better and we can reach and bring happiness and love and lightness to people. And we can experience it's like the fog lifting, and I think our connection becomes clearer and happier.
I love what you said, a choice. a lot about what we talk about in this podcast is taking 100% responsibility with zero shame, zero guilt, and talking about vibration, being aware of it is a way to start taking responsibility about how we are interpreting the world around us, how we want to react, what we want to give off to other people. That's one of the whys of vibration.
And it's not a give to get. So it's like you don't go into a party and act joyous and free. Because then that's not truth. And so you part of the responsibility is really working on what is not giving you light and happiness, and being able to let that go and welcoming more of it into your life. So you can walk into the party and you are responsible for your interactions and bringing peace and love to people.
Yeah, I like that you said that, Melissa, because I think that a lot of people would mistake a person walking into a party and being the life of the party versus someone walking into a party and being the light of the party, right? Meaning that you're bringing this level of energy that makes people feel like, for instance, you could be around someone and they make you feel like you're safe.
Yeah.
They could make you feel like home, right? Comfort, things like that. It's such, I don't know how to describe it except for it's more intimate than being the life of the party. It's more subtle. It's a something that, like you said, Melissa, that you don't work at. You work at getting rid of everything that impedes the light.
Blocks your light. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing you guys talk. It's like coming from the inside out versus outside in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not just on the outside.
Yeah. And we also want to recognize that many of our listeners, the spiritual words that we're saying, the spiritual journey this is all new to them. So thank you so much for bringing this question forward. One of the best starting points for me was learning to take responsibility, was not letting go of the judgment first, right? Because I can just hear people listening and hear people thinking what they're thinking, like, there's no way I could take responsibility, right, for other people. Like that just seems too big of a step. I would say one of the first steps in this journey is just not to judge yourself, no matter what vibration that you're on right now, no matter what radio station that you're tuned into. That's one of the first steps into raising your vibration.
Well, and becoming aware of where your vibration is at, what frequency you're operating under. Like the lower vibrations are envy, jealousy, hate, anger, being around toxic people, toxic relationships, violent TV shows, violent movies, junk food, drugs, resentments. All of those are lower vibrations. And as I'm reading off that list, I mean, how did you feel your energy level go? It kind of went yucky, right? And not so high, right? So it's, and everything that we do, we are, I want to say you're drinking or eating or absorbing it in. Like anything you watch, anything you eat, anything you see, anything you hear, it's all contributing to our vibration. Anything you feel, it's all contributing to your vibration, my vibration. So there are ways to raise your vibration and to get it up higher too. And I found a list, and it really made sense to me on when I Googled it. And so, like, gratitude. I mean, the simplest and easiest and fastest way to raise your vibration is to get into gratitude about something. Like, Amanda, what's the most recent thing you've been in gratitude for?
Living in New Mexico. The sky is so big that every time I look at it, it's just beautiful. And I'm grateful for the sky.
I was there recently, and I have to agree with you. The sunsets were gorgeous too.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. How about you, Melissa?
I am grateful for where my son is at the moment and what he's involved in. And he took a leap of faith, and he's in an adventure right now. He's in Bali, and he's in a spiritual retreat, which I didn't lead him to.
Wow. Yeah.
And so part of his little ceremony last night was to write down on a piece of paper what he wants to leave there, and write on a piece of paper what he wants to take away, and burn them. And he burned toxicity, to leave toxicity there. He doesn't want it in his life anymore. And to leave with experience, like just all these experiences he's having. So, I mean, I couldn't have orchestrated this. This is divine intervention, and I'm so grateful that he is experiencing that.
Wow, that's so cool. How about you, Drusilla?
Well, today, woke up to our first pre-production planning meeting for the next film I'm going to produce.
Hey!
Yes. Couldn't have timed this better either. Yes, our first meeting today, and just so grateful for it. I have a team of 6 of us who are a part of the production team, creative director, director of production. Oh, just some wonderful people. The writer, the screenwriter was there, and a consultant, and my assistant director. And so it was just so beautiful. Such a creative group of people, great energy. We started out with a prayer and ended with so many creative thoughts, and it was such a positive, invigorating meeting. So I was so grateful for that.
And Penny.
Wow. Yeah, so I think I mentioned it before in this podcast that we're a medical device manufacturer. So we have clearances to market our products through the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. And we are currently undergoing an inspection from the FDA, and it's the most awesome inspection. I can't even believe I'm saying that, because anytime I think of audits or inspections for our quality system, I go, but today I'm going, oh,
yay.
Okay,
I'm very grateful about that.
Yeah.
Now, see how all of our energy went up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How, like, I'm so happy for Drusilla. I'm happy for my child. I'm happy for Penny. I'm happy for Amanda. And I could just feel Amanda's vision of the sky. I mean,
Yes.
you can feel, and if the listeners take a second and just think of like where they were before we talked and where we sit now, our vibration raised for all of us, and hopefully for the listeners.
The cool thing about it is, it doesn't matter when you're listening. 100
Right.
years from now, the vibration is still the same.
Yeah.
It's miraculous.
Yeah. So another way to raise your vibration is to think of someone or something that you truly love. And just think that's easy to love.
Mm-hmm.
Just, just think about how that just warms your heart, and it just puts you in that nice, beautiful space. Yeah. I have my 2 puppy dogs laying on the floor here, and they're just so easy to love, mostly.
Yeah.
But yeah. What are easy things for you guys to love, or someone that you love easily?
Animals.
Animals are
Flowers.
easy. Yeah.
I love the color of flowers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one's generosity. being generous with your time, your energy, your money, all of it really can raise your vibration. And Melissa already mentioned this one, meditation and breath work always gets you centered, focused, raises your vibration. A Course in Miracles is founded on forgiveness, and forgiveness is number 5. When we can get into a space of forgiveness, and according to Abraham Hicks, blame is a low energy. Out of 22 emotions, blame is number 15. Number 1 to 22. So blame is number 15. So if you live in a life of blaming others for all of your experience, you're going to stay in those lower vibrations for a long time. And now here's an interesting one. Number 6, eat high vibrational foods. So what do you think that could be? What's a high vibrational food from your perspective? Think of prana or life force. What did you say?
Something not processed. It's alive. We're made. Everything in the universe is made of buzzing cells, and if you're taking a plant that's buzzing cells and putting it in your body, that must be good.
Yeah, plant fruits and vegetables, really high vibration foods. We eat a lot of dead foods, which is like fried foods, processed foods. They don't do much for our energetic bodies. They really don't. Another one is to reduce or eliminate alcohol and toxins from your body. And number 8 is to think positive thoughts. Now, that's a good one. 9 is to consume high vibrational music, TV, books, and movies. I really... Like I said earlier, prana is not limited to what you eat or drink. It's what you hear, you see, all of it. Yeah. And 10, surround yourself with beauty. I love that Drusilla said that the color of flowers really lights her up. And then go outside for a walk. That's another way to raise your vibration. And then finally, be sure your relationships are high vibrational relationships too. In Course in Miracles, we talk about those holy relationships.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So that's, yeah. So that was a list.
Lies the challenge with everybody on the planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if I were the only one on the planet, then my vibration would stay high, right?
Yeah. Anyway, that was a fun list. I think it was from the Chopra website, Deepak Chopra's website.
And I like to say that I was on a journey to raise my vibration, and I felt like I did all that stuff and everything. And I still felt like just I wasn't there, And I really think it wasn't until I started turning within and, just really realizing what meditation has definitely helped me, but just being still, quieting down, and releasing blocks, releasing like that forgiveness and victimhood and that kind of stuff. So it's not just about reading the right books or eating plants, right?
Right.
There's some more inner work, and I think inner love, loving yourself. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Cultivating that unconditional love for yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you guys, that conversation about vibration brought us to the end of our time.
Hey, did we want to talk about an update on Melissa's mom and that experience with her mom?
Well, we're at the end of the podcast. Do we want to continue? We're at the end of the time. Do we want to continue on, or do we want to save that for next week to start us off on trust and faith? You guys decide. Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
Stay tuned, because next week we're going to be diving into trust and faith.
Did Melissa's mom make it?
Is she still alive?
Okay. I know we like to laugh a lot. So Next week, we are going to be, so it sounds like we're going to close up the podcast now. And then next week, we're going to be talking about trust and faith. We're going to follow up with Melissa's mom. A couple of episodes that F&B took my piece was all about, well, the story started off as Melissa's mom's an appointment and how Melissa just lost it. So I think that will be the perfect way to start off our conversation with trust and peace, trust and faith and peace.
Yep.
It gets us to peace, right?
It does get us to peace.
Yeah.
So Penny, you got a Post-it?
I do have a Post-it. So you are the creator of your vibration, AKA your life's experience. That's all I could come up with.
I love it.
Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. It's been another fun and exciting and laughter-filled time together. I also want to encourage you, dear Morgan is having some internet issues, so she's not with us today. So I want to encourage you to follow us on social media, and you can find us at 5lemonslaughing.com. And 5 Lemons Laughing, 5 spelled out, FIVE. We would love to hear your questions and comments so that we can have another fun and exciting podcast answering your inquiries. Thanks, everyone, for being with us this week.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.